T20 test on one day. India, England, Australia. A four-up lucky big three-side slayer. What a player! What a player! What a player! Discusses with zinger bells and white balls to hells. Baggy greens for long from New South Wales. Is the IPL heaven or hell? Will the 100 fail or do quite well? What a player! What a player! What a player!
Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni, 200 IPL games. What an achievement. I think he started in 2008, and except for one game out of 200, he captained and played with the same franchisee. That is an outstanding achievement. And hopefully today, Ravi and Syed, who are our TSK experts, have big smiles on their faces because they are on points. They beat Punjab Kings comprehensively. Last minute hiccups, but are you guys happy? Ravi and Syed starts the whistles on points board.
Before that, I'll just have a do that. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I mean, I'm very happy with the win, with the way we played, and with the bowling. Bowling was a problem last match, and we showed what the real. I'm wearing a vintage CSK T-shirt jersey, and they played like a vintage CSK team today.
Excellent.
Very clinical.
Love the whistle podu. Awesome. Getting points on board. And I think Rahul Chahar set up the game, Syed, isn't it?
Deepak
Chahar.
Yeah.
Syed's having a time delay, but up until then, Ravi, Deepak Chahar, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I want to just, we all appreciate the genius of Dhoni. Dhoni said last match also, the 7:30 to 8 p.m. That time band, bowlers get much more big assistance, especially the fast bowlers. He was genius. He predicted it last match itself. Last match when we lost, and what a bingo it was. I mean, Deepak Chahar took 4 wickets straight away, and the first wicket of Mayank Agarwal, what a Jafar of a delivery that was super. It was very pleasing to say. The Indian fast bowler swinging around. Yeah, it is much more great to see Deepak Chahar performing like this, because he was not performing for India also of late, and he has come to the party.
Yeah, that Mayank Agarwal delivery is beautiful. Just absolutely loved it. The seam position, the swing, and unplayable, outstandingly unplayable. And Jadeja, what about Jadeja? His impact on fielding? We can never keep him out of the game, isn't it?
I mean, I think that was a very turning point of the match. If Rahul had stayed in a couple of overs more, I think Punjab would have scored much more. I think that you don't have to talk about Jadeja's fielding. We all know what kind of fielder he is, and he was aiming at only one stump and bang on. He was hitting the target, and he knew straight away after he hit the wicket that he has taken the wicket. I think that was a very important, crucial point of the match, I feel, by Jadeja.
Yeah, I mean, Vishak pointing it out that KL Rahul was misjudgment. I would have thought that being India teammate, never take on Ravindra Jadeja, no matter if he's played a game before or played 6 months ago.
Yeah.
But he's great. I love him. And a couple of reasons I love Jadeja is one, of course, he's the fittest of fielders India has ever produced. And plus our channel concussion sub-series came because of Jadeja and Chahal. From toss perspective, are you guys happy with winning the toss and putting Punjab on the board? Of course, the result shows, but I personally think it's a bad first pitch. But are you guys happy with this?
Yeah, I mean, that's what Dhoni also said, right? Because that half an hour
I think it
period is
was a
something
good
which they
toss to
won't be able
win
to.
for MS. So that's something which you can go in with a plan. Like you said, Deepak Chahar is one of the main men for CSK. For us to have a great start.
Right. And from a Mahendra Singh Dhoni captaincy perspective, again, two instances which, Ravi, I will never forget what you said on your first game, that don't worry about his performance, just enjoy while he lasts. I think the first thing is not taking that DRS of Chahar clearly shows his calculated judgment. Second, setting up a run. Though execution was great, I think the field placement and I think those two instances are outstanding display of what Mahendra Singh Dhoni is about. Ravi, thoughts?
That's Yeah, that's what Dhoni is. Dhoni, right? Ultimately, whether he is going to be another 5 years, also Dhoni's thought process is not going to change. His brain is like a supercomputer. That's how it works. I mean, we
Yeah,
all know what the kind of placement, field placement that he does, how innovative he thinks, how proactively he thinks. Also, I think that's what makes Dhoni much more special. And don't forget about the bowling changes also. When he saw that ball was not swinging, he immediately got Shardul Thakur. And when he saw that no, they were going not going for big shots, he immediately got spinners so that he can finish off those overs also.
yeah,
So I think that's what Dhoni is a great captain. We all know that. I think that he has proved it again. I think.
yeah. And Syed, I think KL Rahul conceding that in power play, if you're going to lose 4 or 5 wickets, you're never going to come back unless you have a hat trick like hat trick or SRH kind of brain fade moment, isn't it? So again, happy with the win or the last five were bit are concerned about that on crucial matches. There is a little bit of a time lag between me in America and India. I don't know if it is due to COVID or whatever
Yeah,
may
I
be
think
the
the match
reason.
was lost for Punjab in the power play itself. When you lose 4 wickets, top four, which is of KL.
Go ahead, Syed.
Am
Go
I
ahead.
audible now?
Yes, you are audible. Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I was telling that probably the match was lost in the power play itself, right? So when you lose 4 wickets of KL, Mayank, Gale, and Puran, who's the powerhouse for Punjab Kings, the match is kind of lost there itself. So what we were doing is with an inexperienced middle order, kind of putting up a score for the bowlers to defend. So again, 105, 106 is never going to be enough. Even with CSK having batters or people who can battle number 11. So I think so that was very crucial, the power play, and it kind of broke the batting backbone of Punjab Kings, and CSK was very happy with that, and we won the game.
Suman, I think after wearing similar RCB T-shirt like what Punjab, I think they have gone to similar formula only. Top heavy, score heavy runs. If they fail, everybody fall with them. So I think that's
Mm,
where I think if you see 5 wickets are down, you get a tail under in. I don't know
yeah,
how many T20s team are going with that kind of approach. I think that's where I think Punjab has loosened the match. I felt that's where they didn't miss they missed the trick. I think they need to get one more all rounder, one more batting all rounder, or bowling all rounder. They need to get there in that place.
mm, mm. And uncapped players are having great tournaments so far. It is exactly a week. Shah Rukh Khan today showed that he has capability. I think given a choice. So, what's your view there about uncapped players?
I mean, I think this IPL will be another IPL with uncapped players performing well and getting like for example Natarajan they did last year for SRH. I think Shah Rukh Khan will be the
It
next
was a
big
steady
talent.
innings
Yeah.
by Shah Rukh Khan. He's kind of a hit.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think we lost side there. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think Shah Rukh Khan will be a big talent to come. And you saw his fearless batting. And he was not playing just for the sake of hitting big shots. He was calculative. And for example, Bravo over, he was waiting for the couple of balls to see how Bravo is bowling. After that, he
Mm,
went with Bravo's bowling aggressively. I think Shah Rukh Khan will be a good asset. If
mm,
KL Rahul had not got out, as I said, and Shah Rukh Khan was still playing, I think Team Punjab would have scored much more, is what I felt.
Mm. And would you make changes for Punjab Kings? Mayank Agarwal, is it just too good a ball, or is it fair for him to see a drop next game? If you were KL Rahul, will you make changes next game?
Any good right hand batsman would have got out for that. So when the Jaffer of delivery, unplayable. Pitching on
Yeah.
middle leg and taking the outside off stump is unplayable for any kind of batsman. Even Virat Kohli would have got out for that ball. Right? So I think it's very early. I feel that middle order having one more extra batsman or all rounder would
I'll take
sort
this
out their
up.
issue.
I think, to be frank,
Go ahead, Syed.
No, I think it's. I would like to believe it's a one-off game if I was KL, because I always have this batters. The same kind of batters scored 200 plus in the last game and won the match for you, right? So I would still not do anything with. Only problem or a worry I would have is kind of form which Puran is in. Two games together is been caught with a short leg or a short delivery. Probably that's something which they want to look in. But otherwise, I think I'm not going to do anything with changes with my batting order. Probably bring in one spinner. Maybe Bishnoi is one good prospect for Punjab Kings. Maybe Bishnoi would be one change for Murugan Ashwin, maybe.
Okay. Fair enough. I think both of them are fair changes, and JPK pointing it out that Arshdeep Singh, uncapped player, don't forget his contributions. He's been outstanding. I mean, even for last season. And then just going back, Ajay PK thinks that people don't support Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Why is that, Ravi? Last season as well, people supported Dhoni. Is it?
I mean, Dhoni support will definitely be there and will remain forever. I mean, that small percentage of people who are Dhoni haters or people who are
Yeah.
not supporting Dhoni, I mean, nobody cares about them. So, Dhoni is still Dhoni.
Yeah. And from CSK perspective, Thakur having off games after having great season with India. Any thoughts there?
I mean, Thakur is still a wicket-taking bowler.
I think
mean,
Taku performs when all the other players get hit. We've seen them with the India matches as well, right? And the score
Yeah.
goes boomingly for like 11, 12 in a over. Shardul Thakur comes in and picks a couple of quick wickets. So probably not kind of setup he would want to be in, but definitely an important bowler for CSK. So hope he comes good in the next 3 games we have in Mumbai, his home ground as well. So that's something which we expect from. So that's, I think, one area where if you look at the overall scorecard of bowling, Shardul Thakur could have done a little better compared to other bowlers. So that's and good thing for CSK is we have a lot of other bowlers to cover it up. If you look at even today, Bravo didn't bowl his full quota. Uh, Sam Curran didn't bowl his full quota. Shardul Thakur didn't bowl his full quota. So we have a lot of options available which can be rotated. So that's something which I would not take it as a great issue, but still would like to see Shardul Thakur contributing.
Yeah. Akash pointing it out that Ngiri and Burndorf should be given chance, but knowing Dhoni, I don't think he will make changes next game also.
No, I don't see that happening at all because Dhoni loves to back these players. I'm sure he will definitely back Rutraj Gaikwad also, even though he had a couple of failures also. I'm sure he would definitely back him for next couple of games. Not like extended run he gave for Watson, but definitely he will give them a couple of games. I would be really surprised if we remove Rutraj Gaikwad from the 11.
Yeah. And Punjab Kings also went unchanged. And like Sanjay and Vishak pointing it out, Murugan Ashwin, not sure if he warrants the spot in the game. What do you guys think? Again, Ravi Bishnoi played really well in his first tournament last year. Should he be brought back next game? Or is it Murugan Ashwin, because of his batting, he's making into the 11?
I mean, it's more of the track, right? So Mumbai considered to be a batting paradise. All the teams, if you look at, are going only with one spinner. So even if you look at the last match, Rajasthan Royals dropped Shreyas Gopal and brought in Unadkat. right? So most of the teams going with the same formula, having one spinner so that they don't cover up their overs. But looking at the pitch right now, what Mumbai is behaving, probably it will be a good idea to bring in Bisnoy, which would be a good option for KL to use as well.
With CSK batting, were you guys happy with how they approached the 106 score? Faf opened the innings. There are questions on was he good? Was that innings good by Faf? Any thoughts there?
I won't say it was the best innings, but it was sensible innings. I would say he made sure he held one end and made Moeen Ali the freedom to attack more. I think that's why we felt finished in 15 overs itself. If Faf had also got out with Raj Gaikwad, then we would have been much more bigger trouble.
Yeah.
So I think Faf played a sensible, responsible innings, and that's what he's known for.
And Uttapa 1,000 runs in a season, is it possible?
I would request Syed to answer that.
When Uttapa wants to be confident or optimistic, right? But that's something probably I think he has got 700 odd in one of the season with KKR, but I don't think it's realistic for him now. But going with the form of Rituraj Gaikwad, probably next 1 or 2 games, if it doesn't come good, probably Uttapa might come in, take his place, because that's something very crucial at the top. Knowing Faf, he takes some time to settle in and get those runs. We need someone to attack at the game right from the ball one. So probably Uttapa might get a look in maybe next game or maybe a couple of games in Mumbai. So he'll definitely get his chance, but expecting him to make him a good contribution like how he did in Vijay Hazare and Syed Mustaq Ali tournaments.
Deepak Chahar announced as man of the match, and clearly he's saying that Mayank wicket he enjoyed the most, Ravi. So it's good signs. I would feel that he's confirmed berth for T20 World Cup for India.
Absolutely, I think we need a genuine swing bowler. If he performs well this IPL, I'm sure. It's very early call because India already have Mohammad Shami, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Jasprit Bumrah, Natarajan already who have booked the spots. If T20 World Cup is going to happen in India, I don't think so. Deepak Chahar would make the cut unless otherwise he's going to perform really well this IPL.
Okay, and people are happy that the Chennai Super Kings start the whistles. Smiles are back, Ravi. Hopefully that will continue for the season.
Absolutely, the whistles will continue, and it will tear the ears of the opponents.
Okay.
The whistle.
And they're asking in post-match about the 200th match. MS being humble again, very interesting journey. I think 2011 was the last time we were happy with the Chennai wicket. So clearly he's not happy with the current wickets in IPL, isn't it? Is that what he's saying? Okay, moving on.
I'm not sure if...
Go ahead, Syed. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if Dhoni wanted a smoking wicket kind of a thing because I always feel Dhoni would want wickets which suits his bowlers, right? So probably a batting track like we had last game with Delhi. You saw the players were getting bashed where whatever they were trying. But this kind of a wicket will keep the bowlers in. So knowing MSD, he would want a fair challenge between bat and ball. So I think that's what he was expecting as well, to have equal balance between a bat and ball, not just one-sided batsman game or a bowler game. So I think that's what he meant, and rightly so. That's what we also want to see.
Yeah, and two selections from the auction. One is Moeen Ali and another is Gautam. I would want to talk. Moeen Ali is fitting nicely into the mix. I think that was a fantastic pick. But Krishnappa Gautam, you guys might as well would have given him to Sunrisers. We are dying out here for a player like him, and he's sitting there and carrying drinks for you guys. Will he ever make it to the...
I mean, if Sunrisers could manage and give Natarajan to us, we would be more than happy to give Gautam to Sunrisers. We are more than happy to do that. But yeah, I think Gautam will come into play Once the
Mm.
pitch started to deteriorate and spin takes the front foot, I think Gautam will be much more effective with what I feel. He will come into definitely into the play. And if Moeen doesn't perform for next few matches, I think then definitely Gautam will be in the state.
Ajay
And
PK is
Moeen Ali,
asking.
one more thing on Moeen Ali, any person who comes from RCB to CSK, they perform really well. Like Watson, because they didn't know where to use Watson. They used him as a tail ender or a finisher, and
Yeah.
they got affected. And same way, Moeen Ali also they used him as a finisher, and CSK got him, and we are using in the top order. Similar to Watson's story here.
Yeah. And Syed, Ajay PK is saying, what do you guys think of mid-season transfer? If that is open, I would say Virat Kohli to come to Sunrisers Hyderabad. We will make him open all 14 games and we will win trophy for him, for sure. Any thoughts there?
I think Yeah, I think mid-season transfer doesn't work. It's a good concept they brought into IPL, like how we have in English Premier League football. But that's a big season, right? It's a year-long or 8-month season. But for 14 games, I don't think it makes sense. Nobody is going to do the transfer midway and then suit into the team culture, bonding, and combination and stuff like that. I think it's a very difficult process for any team to go through. So for me, I think mid-season transfer doesn't make sense. But if some teams are ready to do it, I think all the best. They can try that as well. So good for them.
Okay.
I'm
Vishal,
not sure whether Virat Kohli will win the cup even if he comes to SRH. Please
he
think
will.
twice.
He will. With SRH, he will win for sure. He just needs to make the change. But Vishak thinks that there was nothing wrong with the pitch, which I seem to agree because it was outstanding bowling by Chahar and pretty ordinary batting by Punjab Super Kings. Syed, you wanted to make a point?
So I want to make a point. Like last couple of days, or even if you look at the from the time we had this 200 matches as well, right? So whenever there is a 200 or a high scoring matches, we always seem to praise batsmen for their batsmanship or whatever they stroke play they make. But whenever a team comes through and makes only 140 or 150, or maybe today's match, we immediately start cribbing about the pitch, saying the pitch is not effective, pitch is not playing for the batsman. But nobody seems to take that step and say, irrespective of the pitch, the bowlers are putting that effort, giving those variations, slower balls, whatnot, and they're making the effort to bring that low scoring matches. So that's something that's a mindset. Maybe somewhere down the line, we are also biased towards looking into high scoring matches. We don't appreciate this lower matches as well. But I think it's a fair thing when a batsman can score 200 in a flat track. We appreciate that, and when there is a bowling pitch, like pitches being criticized, I think we should take a stand and say, okay, one game is for the bowlers. Let them also have a good run with these pitches or whatever slow tracks which they get. So I think it has to be an equal, fair chance. But I think, like Vishak said, this match, I don't think it was as bad as what it looked from a scoring standpoint. Good bowling, like I said, the power play was done and dusted. The match was already over there. I think rest all were going through motions and things to get the match completed.
Ravi?
So, from what Syed added, I think Syed, to just clarify, see, most of the general audience that watch IPL, know it's family audience that they watch. They want to watch a lot of fours and a lot of sixes. Okay, that's why they say 200 pitch is a good pitch and 130, 140 pitch is not a great pitch to watch because it's more of a fast game. They want to watch sixes, fours, and a lot of drama. I think this high scoring flat pitches only give you that. You and me, an instrument like us who enjoy cricket, we'll enjoy this kind of 130, 120 pitches also. But general IPL family audience would love to see more of sixes and fours.
Yeah, spot on. I agree for entertainment. But I feel this IPL is testing both bowlers and batsmen. Just
Yeah.
a couple of more questions before we wrap. I think Shami is back into the mix again, which is good for our T20 World Cup proposition. And Santosh highlighting that Raina's short ball weakness is still getting exposed. I think that is going to be there. There is a popular comment from RCB fans coming through saying Robin Uttapa once played for RCB, so use him for 1,000 runs. Maybe you guys should give him a try, Ravi and Syed.
There's no place.
Definitely.
There's no place for Uttapa to play. I mean, I'm sure he played for RCB, That was when Uthappa was a teenager. So that was long, long ago, so long ago. I'm sure that would happen.
Brilliant. And I'm happy that RCB fans are watching CSK games because the comments are coming up.
Yeah.
And there is a request to sing CSK anthem. Any possibility, Ravi, that is going to
No,
happen?
I mean they wanna ruin the CSK win, so that's why they're asking me to sing. That's okay. I don't want to ruin my CSK victory.
Excellent. No, I think it was a good win. Great to get
And
back on the points scored. Go ahead, Sad. Go ahead.
so one point I want to add is please look at the points table today. Yesterday CSK was on eighth, and today they are on number two. So which is a good thing. It was a good leap as well. The run rate helped. So if this continues, probably that's a good thing to have finishing for the top four.
And Syed SRH has come to bottom of the table, Syed.
Suman may not like it. So tomorrow's game again is going to be Sunrisers versus Mumbai Indians, right? So
You were
another
breaking up,
interesting.
Ravi. I couldn't hear what you said, but let's focus on the points
Uh,
table. Uh,
I hope you didn't hear it. I hope you didn't hear it.
I think the run rate's going to start coming into play. Now, each team have played 2 games each. RCB, Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi Capitals on the top four. RCB sitting in nicely there. Two played, 2-1. And then, yeah, Sunrisers, Punjab Kings, and Kolkata have some work to do. Rajasthan Royals, I feel, is a matter of game or so. I think they have good 11 going on. It's just there. If some luck works out, I think they will be back in contention. But this year looks pretty closely contested. I know it is early days. Tomorrow is a big one. Rohit Sharma versus David Warner. Any thoughts, guys, about how tomorrow is going to pan out?
It's going to be battle of leg spinners, Rahul Chahar versus Rashid Khan. That's what I feel. So both those, and whoever wins the toss, and they will bat first. I'm sure they're not going to take the risk of batting second in that Chennai track.
Yeah, yeah. And KKR fans are still
Yeah,
celebrating
I think
their first win.
this is going to be a battle of middle overs, right? So who? So I said this in the last match also between RCB and SRH. So both teams have good bowling lineup. In terms of how they manage to bring in this or maneuver this middle over, is going to be crucial. I hope SRH doesn't do the same thing like what they did the last two matches. So hopefully they fire the middle order shows this steel today.
Yeah, me too, man. I also feel SRH shouldn't do what they did in the last 2 matches. I can't see the face of owner almost in tears. And Kenny thinks it's a must-win game tomorrow. This is the third game of 14 games, Kenny. We have a long way to go. Don't get excited. We are not in the knockout stages yet. But listen, Syed and Ravi, enjoy the victory. Points on the board is points on the board. I think few tweaks and CSK seems to be back in the mix. There are a couple of changes probably need to be done. Outside of that, if Chahar continues to bowl the way he did today in power play, if he gets 4 wickets, and I think Simon Dole was saying more than half percentage of wickets Rahul Chahar gets is in the power play. So if he continues to be in the same form, it will be outstanding. And Vishak points out if middle order clicks for Mumbai Indians, difficult for SRH. Thanks for the
I think
encouragement,
if
guys. Yeah.
Kane Williamson comes instead of Barstow in that pitch, Kane Williamson will bat to Mumbai Indians. I think Kane Williamson will be a good addition if he's fit.
Yeah, and I was talking to a few others after the other day's game. Even if Ken Williamson is fit and they are planning to continue with Bairstow, I think they should drop Bairstow and teach him a lesson for that kind of a shot. So let him sit
Absolutely.
down for a few games and should not be encouraged those kind of even Samad, drop him for a couple of games. Otherwise he had a fantastic opportunity. But anyway, I won't let the celebration of CSK happiness go away. I'm happy to see Mahendra Singh Dhoni playing. I'll continue to enjoy and take the advice, Ravi. I think that was a good point you made. But all the very best for the rest of the tournament. And tomorrow is Sunrisers versus Mumbai Indians. I'll be back. Adi will be back, and we potentially will have Nikhil coming in. There are a lot of comments about Pandey dropping, but we will see what Sunrisers will do. But thanks for joining in. We always appreciate the engagement. Syed and Ravi, enjoy the win and see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Whistle Porter. Thanks.
Bye. It was good, bro. That was good.